What is up, my little cubers? We're back for some more drafting here on Arena. That's right, Arena Cube is back in action, and good timing too, of course it makes sense, because they have the Arena Open either this weekend or next weekend, and it will be of the cube again, so that will be a fun one. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all of your Magic card needs. They've made some changes. I don't know all of them. We're just gonna have to go and take a peek at the cards as we go. So let's jump into our pick one, pack one here of this Premier draft. Or no, maybe it's not Premier, but it's best of one Arena Cube. Mind Spike. What is this? Target opponent reveals each non-creature. Okay, just a good discard effect. If you don't take something, you get to replace itself. So kind of not punishing as far as discard effects go. My favorite cards in this pack are like Mazemind Tome, Narset, Vorinclex. Obviously, I'm a big fan of like blue-red control decks in this format, but aggro can be very good. I think I lean towards just taking like Mazemind Tome here. There's no like Wheel of Fortune effects, or not really. There's like one or two, so Narset's a lot lower in my pick order than normal. I'm just going to take the Tome and see where we can go from here. Into one of my other favorite artifacts in this format, and that's Treasure Map. Okay, so for the Arena Open, it will be very important to feel comfortable drafting any type of deck. In Cube, I often tell you that, you know, it's best to do what you want. You can read signals, but playing what you want is often fine. But with that said, there are cards in Cube, or rather, there are strategies in Cube that you can tell are more open based on what's being passed, right? So it is going to be important for the Arena Cube Open to read the signals of the draft and not just try to force something. Though I don't think that's necessarily a bad strategy if you don't have time to practice. Presumably, I'm going to have a lot of time to practice, so I will have to read the signals. And in fact, that was really evident in my previous Arena Open. That was the cube, because I drafted green-white, right? And green-white, normally a color combination I actively avoid, I think is garbage, but there were just so many green-white cards being passed at the time that I thought it was the right lane. So important to, you know, choose and pick your spots as we get a very, very strong third pack. Okay, I think there are a few cards that are clearly above the rest of anything else here. First and foremost, we have Archangel Avacyn, just a fantastic one. I'm going to have to remember that, again, this is not Vintage Cube. The power level is going to be a lot lower. And so a card like Avacyn, where I don't care for that in Vintage Cube, is probably pretty insane in the Arena Cube. Similarly, Bone Crusher Giant. I mean, that is just good in Vintage Cube, but another fantastic one in the Arena Cube. Sedgemoor Witch, another really annoying / good 3-mana play. Ledger Shredder is got to be just good as well. A 2-mana threat that just loots you for doing nothing, or at least for a 0-mana investment. Super clutch. Green decks, Love of Paradise Druid. You have Chandra here. So lots of good cards. I think the Bone Crusher Giant is probably the best pick. Like, if this was pick one, pack one, I think I'd be taking the Bone Crusher Giant. That's how good it is. Into possibly a Languish here, as I think Languish is the best card in this pack, especially if I lean towards more control anyways. But this is one of the unique effects. They have added, though, or maybe not added, but at least I played a few of these early on stream today. Like Wrath of God is in this. I don't think it was always in the Arena Cube. There's Day of Judgment. Some of those have been in and out, but it's really important to make sure you know what cards are also available to you in the cube. Forsaken Crossroads is always going to be a safe pick. Even if you're mono color, I think you could play the Forsaken Crossroads. Heartless Act is probably just good removal. I think this is a Languish pick here for me. Some of these cards, I don't actually know what they do. These are newer ones. Yeah, see, this is an Alchemy card. Target opponent discards a card. Then they may discard an additional card. If they don't, you conjure a duplicate of a random card from their library into your hand, and you can pay any mana for it. So a really cute discard effect. It's either a discard 2 of their choice or a discard 1, plus you get a random card from their library. It doesn't say non-land, so you could get unlucky and cast this, they discard a card, you get a land, but even still, that's a really good value 2-mana play. Mephitz's Enthusiasm's fantastic. All of the lands that turn into creatures are usually pretty good. I'm going to try this Undercity Plunder. That seems really nice, following up a Languish. See, this is sick. Like, Urabrask's Forge is so good. It's just a single-handed win con, but usually you want to draft like a more aggressive deck for that. Toralf's Disciple is extremely fun. If you're red aggro, I guess it's good. Otherwise, I don't think you just throw this into any red deck, but attacking with this and conjuring 4 lightning bolts into your deck is pretty good. Lonely End, another really insane removal spell. So, like, the classic Last Gasp from, like, Ravnica block, this is just infinitely better, and I mean, it's an alchemy card. If you're on the draw, you just gain 3 life as well, and then you can also remove loyalty from Planeswalkers. Then there's, like, Shatterskull Smashing, just absolutely busted as a land modal spell. I think Forge probably wins the most games out of this. It's the most unique effect for sure. There's a Massacre Worm here. Okay, yeah, there's an Archpriest of Shadows, another pretty good one, although in Cube it's probably slightly worse than in the regular draft format, right? Brotherhood's End is another decent way to kind of blow up the world. Though I'm guessing because I already have Mazemind Tome, Treasure Map, and even the Urabrask Forge, the secondary mode on this is probably not going to be useful. Might just want to take the Sacred Foundry here for fixing. I don't think we're going to need the Worm here with what we already have, although I don't think it would be bad. Actually, you know what? I'm down for a Worm. Jeez, another really spicy pack. Blade Spicer is just amazing. Conscripts is okay. There's no combo with it. There's no Kiki Jiki or Splinter Twin. Although there is actually Fable of the Mirror Breaker, and it's not 0 mana infinite, but you get a 3/3 haste for every 1 mana you have if you have Fable of the Mirror Breakers and Zealous Conscripts active. We have a Steam Vents here. I think I like taking the blue land over Strangle. We already have a decent set of top-end removal, so fixing here makes sense. Narset Wield, sort of the Mind Spike. Okay. I bet you Rotting Regisaur is pretty good, too. 3 mana, 7/6. I mean, the discard ability is obviously huge, but that is a large threat for not very much mana investment. Siege Gang Commander. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. A little red-black fixing could be okay. I think I'm going to take the land here. Sedgemoor Witch on the Wheel is a good sign. Okay. Tomb for potential fixing over Iconoclast. Den of the Bugbear over Mephitz's Enthusiasm. Great. Yeah, so this is not a deck I normally build. It's going to be like a red-black control deck of sorts. We're going to have good game, I think, versus an aggro deck with what I have right now. The question, wow, I mean, this is... So this is one of those cards that you probably shouldn't see this late. It's just so good. Let's go to pack 2. There's one of those Day of Judgments I was talking about. I don't remember what Forge Fire Automaton is. Beginning of your upkeep, return a creature with power less than it from your graveyard to the battlefield. Its base power perpetually becomes equal to Forge Fire Automaton's power. Strong ability. Pile-on, just a good removal. We're not doing the Aristocrat deck right now. What's the best card here? Maybe Chariot's the best card? I have 2 pieces of green fixing. I'm kind of down to take Chariot. Sure. I guess my Sedgemoor Witch isn't going to be very good if we're going more of this route, but I mean, we're still extremely open. Pretty non-committal. If I get an Oracle of the Alpha, I'm going to slam it. It's just too fun, even if it's not correct. Chandra, though, however, is one of the best red cards, top-end red cards in the cube. And that's just always been the case for Chandra. It completely wrecks the control decks because it can't be countered, and the uptick not only puts her to 8 loyalty, which is insane, but also starts putting them on a clock. OG Lily of the Veil. Midnight Clock, another one of my favorites. No, this is just easy Chandra every time.
Get out of my way. I'm burning up here.
What is this? Collective Brutality, Judith, Ophiomancer, Frost Titan's really good. Oh, so they've added a lot of the Titan? Maybe not a lot. I shouldn't say. No, they have. Yeah, they've added all of the original Titans to the cube, including Prime. So Frost Titan, Inferno Titan, Sun Titan, Primeval Titan, and Grave Titan are all available. They are all fantastic 6-drops if you are in color for them. Wondering if I should take Brutality here for some hand interruption versus taking like a Phiomancer. This is another card that I love in Vintage Cube, but it's probably not super good, or at least not nearly as good in Arena Cube. Similarly, a Phiomancer, a card I don't really care for in Vintage Cube, is probably insane in Arena Cube. There's a Murderous Rider here for some solid removal. Cemetery, Oracle of Moldiah, Xander's Lounge could be okay. Another solid pack. This is nice for like Planeswalker removal, but I kind of like the card advantage of the Oracle. Yeah, I just feel like the Urbrask's Forge is so weird in our deck right now. Again, it's an individually powerful card, but ugh, not really making sense too much here. I bet you the Opportunist is probably really good in our deck too. I'm going to take the Oracle though. There is a Grim Flayer. Sheltered Thicket for fixing. Savai Triumph for red-black fixing. I kind of want to not take too many green cards, though, if I can help it. I'd rather stick to like a nice red-black control-y style deck. But the lands here all want me to take like green stuff. Let's just take the cycling red-green. Oh, Mana Tithe is in this. That's funny. Gix's Command is probably another really strong card here. Unique effect. Like a Baby Wrath with some extra value. Passing War Chief. Haven for some more green rampies. Okay, I didn't realize that this was still in, but you should still probably not be passing this card. I have to imagine this is top 5, top 10 cards in the cube. Now, you're not going to want to run it in your red-white aggro deck, no, but if you're any kind of slower deck than that, if you're not trying to kill your opponent on turn 5, Emrakul is just way too busted. That is an insane pickup. That was pick 7? No respect. Sheesh, another really nice one for us here. I am not huge on this Sheoldred, but it is good. Karn is solid. Impact could be okay. I don't know if I want Sheoldred. I think I want the cheap... Well, how much removal do I already have? I guess they're all removal. Maybe the Karn for card advantage is actually better. Slicer is amazing value, but the double green... Like I said, I'm probably going to try to cut the green if possible and just stick to red-black, because it's already so good. I'll take the Automaton, but I don't think I plan on playing it. Man, the clock wheeling. Ugh. This is not appearing to be a Gutter Bones deck. I could easily run the clock. I think the clock is also one of the better cards for blue. Judith could be fine here. Don't think we're playing the red Questing Beast. Opportunist, nice. We have a lot of removal, so this is not a bad 3-drop for us. Some more random green cards. I actually think looting might be good in our deck. We have Emrakul already anyways. Alright, let's go to pack 3. And we open another Insano one here. The Meat Hook Massacre. This is the unnerfed... excuse me. The unnerfed version. The non-alchemized version. Yeah. Oh, you know what? There was a bug on Arena. I don't remember which way it went. Not too. It was either it showed as alchemy and it wasn't, or it was shown as non-alchemy like this and it was. I don't remember, but we're gonna be taking it. Lose on Mind Stone is kind of sucky. I don't have much fast mana. I have Treasure Map, but that's a little bit of an investment. But I think Massacre is going to be too good and probably can replace like the Gix's command. Here's a nice one. We got a Worm Coil Engine for another nice top-end stabilizer. We also have a big score, which is good. The ramp is amazing when we have 3 really solid top-end cards. 2. I'll say 2 really solid top-end cards. I don't think Massacre Worm is actually all that good. Unless you're specifically playing against the more aggressive decks. I want the score. I'm going to take the Worm Coil. So we have a teeny bit of discard. I would love to get... is Thoughtseize? Actually, I don't even know if Thoughtseize is in this cube. And we need some more card draw effects. There goes a Swords to Plowshares. Yikes. I'm going to take a Braid here. Over Go for the Throat. This is another way to kill artifacts, since we already have a lot of different ways to deal with creatures. Although I guess I don't have a good way to deal with like a large threat. If the opponent's playing like green and plays like a 5/5, how am I killing it? Not super easily. But I think a Braid is better. Do I need this Gix's command? Again, I already have so many weird pseudo mass removal effects. There's a Leveler here. A Frog could be good to splash too. Since there's no good red and black card for me in this pack. I don't think we're running Sword of Fire and Ice, although that's another really nice one I like. Yeah, it's like taking Frog here and maybe playing it on the splash. Right, I have the Proving Ground, I have Tomb, I have Thicket, so... The green is still a possibility. Invasion of Ravnica? No. Glissa? No. Ugin's okay. Man. What is this Sylvan Smite? Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. If you weren't the starting player, then that creature deals... Okay, so it's just a punchish fight effect.
My presence alone will guide you.
Can I wield the Mind Stone? Was that in pack 3 here? Did I open it? I can't remember. I want some more fast mana. Damn! The Great Henge? I mean, we knew that green was open, but that kind of sucks to see it this late. We're just gonna have to take the Dragon Skull Summit. So maybe I didn't read the signal. I mean, I started taking some green, but I guess I could have read the signals a little bit better. Because the Great Henge is one of those green cards, or rather one of the cards in green that will push you into green. I think Adversary would be pretty solid here as well. But fixing is better at this point since we're pretty close on overall playables. We don't need to take non-lands. Burn Down the House is another really, really good one. I'm starting to think I don't need this much mass removal. I'm starting to think like Massacre Worm might be a cut here. There goes Hoof. There goes Llanowar Elf. Yeah, just look at the green stuff. Yeah, I was doing all this talk about staying open and then just passing like the nuts green. What is this one? Oh, wait, I think I recall this being really good. ETB, exile a card from a graveyard, you put a 1/1 counter on it, and then you can... Oh, it just gets any of those abilities. But it's a 3-mana 2/2 that grows every turn. Oh no, only when it attacks. Never mind. Enters the battlefield or attacks. Oh, that's probably not good enough. We could certainly run Field of Ruin. That wouldn't be awful. There's the big score on the wheel. Nice. Oh, I didn't even note that Garuda was in this pack, but big scored to nuts. Love that one. I'm guessing that you're probably... Oh, no, you probably do start this in the main. If I'm just 2 colors straight up. Yeah, for sure. Serpent, Devil's Play. This is always a fine curve filler, but you never really want to do it for less than like x equals 3. But it's fine. Not playing the Eater of Virtue. And a bunch of filler last few picks. Although, yeah, we could run the Dragon Rage Channeler. It's not a bad one. I think this is a really solid red-black list. I think the thing that we don't want to play the most is like a slower control deck. But if we do play against a control deck, we actually have a lot of tools against them. Chandra, Ugin, Emrakul, Karn. Forge is really good versus them. And then versus aggro, I think we should be pretty good. I'm just debating if I want to be running this Massacre Worm. I think it's my worst of my 6+ drops. But I don't know what I'm putting in place of it, because we have Shatterskull Smashing here, so we can probably run 16 lands with Shatterskull Smashing instead of running 17 with it, you know? Although I guess a couple of my lands are utility lands. I guess it wouldn't be crazy to run 17 lands plus Smashing, and maybe just cut like the Serpent after all. Or cut the Dragon Rage Channeler. Yeah, actually the Channeler doesn't really make much sense. Oh wait, that was already 23 cards. Oh. Okay, so it is going to be 17 lands plus 17 lands plus the Shatterskull. Double check that we don't have any other lands I want to be playing. Again, I could be splashing a little bit of green. I'm not going to. This wants 7 swamps, 6 mountains for 7, 8, 9. Black sources, 1, 7, 8, 9 red. Pretty good. Okay. Little red-black control-ish deck here in the Arena Cube. I was playing against a lot of aggro earlier today on stream, and that's pretty common for like day 1, because it was just released today. This hand is a keeper, but obviously we need to find a black source. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play the Smashing out as a tap land here. Wow, that is pretty unfortunate. Essica. I'm just going to play a 3/3 here as a blocker early on. Yeah, we have equal black and equal red sources, so... That is a turn for 6/6 Trampler. I'm going to need to go big score into Ugin on it. Are you kidding? Okay, well... Variance is sometimes a cruel mistress, as we're now on mono red sources with this hand. Oh, they have the Grave Titan too. I guess I need to wait a turn, don't I? In fact, I'm supposed to discard the Opportunist here. Oh, I'm so close. If I was on the play here, I'd be able to Meat Hook Massacre the entire board away. I need to wait a turn. My play is to Dragon Rage Channeler into Karn, make a blocker, and hope I don't die next turn. So Vorinclex tramples, Grave Titan does not. That was basically the one card we didn't want to see. Okay, I mean, their draw was nuts, and our draw was absolutely busted bad. Like, we got stuck on nothing but red sources, so good beats. Good draw by them. If they don't have the hoof there, I think I win, right? We get to Meat Hook Massacre the entire board away. It's the original Meat Hook Massacre, so I gain a bunch of life, but being on the draw and then getting kind of mana screwed there didn't help. Let's get the bad luck out of the way. And yeah, pretty solid looking hand here for our next game. Let's lead on the plunder, make them discard a card, and then make them discard another card unless they want to give me a random duplicate. And even if we just randomly conjure rather a land, that's not that bad. Like 2 mana, make your opponent discard a card, draw a card seems relevant. They discarded Wanderer, and yep, that's exactly what we did. We conjured a swamp. A little bit of information there gained as well. Luminarch Aspirant, that's a good one. We're going to go slightly greedy here and lead on Opportunist, because we'll still be able to abrade the Aspirant next turn, even if it gets 1 additional 1/1 counter on it. That's fine. Oh, they're going to go on Mickey. Okay. Don't think we're going to loot yet. Probably just going to Shatter Skull smashing the Machias for 3. So they're going to give the Giver of Runes a 1/1 counter in response, but we don't really care about that. Yeah, Opportunist is great in our deck. And just start getting extra value with Ugin. Obviously they were missing some number of land drops, but looks like they got out of it. Ooh, Myrel, isn't that one insane? During your turn, your opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments whenever it attacks. Yeah. It's the crazy soldier maker. I'm gonna lead on... Actually, I guess this is a destroy effect, right? And Giver can't protect herself. That's another, so... We're gonna destroy the Giver of Runes here. Draw a card. And then we can spike. They also have a bunch of wrath effects. I don't care about Languish. I care about the arena giving them a bunch of card advantage. Now, where are we at? So they can decide to destroy all non-legendary... Oh wait, no, that's 6 mana. I don't have to worry about that quite yet. So I can just... Oh, wait a minute. Isn't this fat? Colorless spell... Yeah. So this is actually a 7 here. Because Ugin reduces the price. Alright, uptick. Start with the looting. There's a Chandra. Destroy target with toughness 4 or greater. Alright, I get to draw a card off of Opportunist. Opportunist has been real good here.
I'm shunned. The immolations
But Planeswalkers are going to start going brrr, and the opponent's probably a little bit too far behind to pull back from this one. Okay. Draw a card. Card goes back to our hand. Sure. This doesn't kill Planeswalkers, right? Yeah.
warm in here.
of the multiverse obeys me.
Oh wait, I should cast Dragon Rage and then Big Score. And 6 mana Emrakul. Wow. Alright. That was a good control. I mean, the opponent got very screwed at the beginning, stuck on 2 lands, so... Actually, their deck was a little bit strange. They had a bunch of cheap, aggressive white creatures, and then Languish and other Wraths. Go on to game 3. Alright. Decent hand. We're hoping to play against a creature deck with this one. But we will get a lot of information with the Mind Spike. So day 1 of the Arena Open will be best of 1, or you can do best of 1 or best of 3, I guess. And then day 2 will always be best of 3. Alright, what you got in there? Oh, right! I forgot. This doesn't look at their hand. Reveals each non-creature non-land in their hand. Ah, okay. Well, I have played with that card before, I just couldn't remember what it actively did, I guess. That was a very good Abrade hit. Or are they missing lands? I think I might want to kill the Duskwatch Recruiter here instead then. Because if I don't cast anything, it's going to flip to a 3/3, so the Meat Hook Massacre wouldn't kill it anyways. I could have waited for Languish, but we weren't guaranteed to draw the 4th land, so that's why I kind of liked doing that. Oh, they went to combat without turning that into a creature. Oh, no, they did it in time. Okay. Ah, is this just another stupid game where my opponent's going to miss land drops? That's unfortunate. Yeah, lame. This isn't how we want to win. Use the Massacre there because it's only going to be for 2 currently unless we rip some lands off the top, whereas Languish is for 4. That's fine. Do not mind that. I'm guessing they're going to let me conjure something here because they have 4 spells in their hand since they've been missing land drops. So it'd be pretty unlikely if they discarded 2. Now, if they did discard 2, we'd be happy with that. Yeah. Oh, and they gave me a Rishkar. Sweet. Because Rishkar ramps us into 6 mana, even if we don't find a land. Sure, that's fine. A little bit of a tempo play there, but that doesn't really matter when we're not under pressure. I suppose I'd rather them just bounce that instead of overload that later on. Okay. Now I think we attack and fire off Languish before they can get any amount of value off of Tatiova, especially since we drew our 6th land. We're going to go with Forge here, and then we're going to stomp the Mystic. Actually, no. I guess we should do this now before they chump the Wormcoil, since Wormcoil doesn't have Trample. Back up to 20. That's a good one. Unfortunately, it's not good enough here for them, but that is a good one. They're going to have to trade with Wormcoil, take 2, and give me 2 3/3s. And let's just play a big 7/7. Yeah, so remember, we hit Rishkar, but it's a Conjure, so it's not like we exile it from their deck. Alright, GG's. That's a little bit better. Two and 1. Game number 4. Not on the play, however, we have a pretty decent looking hand. Mountain turn 1 versus Den of the Bugbear turn 1. No plays turn 2. Alright, I'm gonna get the Tome online then. Wonder if they're more of an aggro deck or aristocrats deck and they just have a slow hand. We're probably going to want to use the Tome at least one time here. Yeah, okay. I want that, but I'm not going to keep it. So the Facebreaker makes them treasure whenever any of their creatures hit me. And that also has Menace itself. I guess they're probably just going to try to kill my Ophilomancer here and attack. Yeah, they got a Bony Boy too. Alright, we need to find our removal spells. Because they can attack me here and then play the Giant after they get their treasure. So I'm going to scry again here. Even though I'm losing the card draw of the Tome, we're falling behind, so we kind of need to do... Oh, they're not going to even use it. Okay. Well, this can't block by itself on the Facebreaker anyways. Let's go with the Dragon Rage and then plunder them. Get a Surveil. Yeah, don't want that. What did they discard? They discarded Toxrill. Oh, interesting. Big 7-drop in their deck, huh? Alright, so when they cast their next instant or sorcery this turn... Oh, they drew the Robber of the Rich immediately. When they cast their next instant or sorcery, they get to do some stuff. Ah, and they hit my Sedgemoor Witch, too. Shoot. Okay, so I need to find Languish or burn down a house or something. Starting to fall pretty far behind. Oh, I guess I can't even cast Languish because I don't have a second black source unless I keep that. No, I mean, we can look for burn down a house. Not good. Draw, gain 4. Robber pass. Okay, only one unknown card in their hand, but if their robber attacks, they do once more get to eat a card from the top of my library. Oh, really? That's the last card in their hand? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I need to draw one of my Wrath effects right now. If I draw Languish, Meat Hook Massacre, or Burn Down the House, it's going to be really hard to lose. More chances. Damn it. Oh, boy. Three, four, five, six, seven, 8, and then they can draw 2 cards effectively. Alright, well, let's kill their Face Breaker so they can't get too much more card advantage, and then I'm gonna just need to rip off the top. They shouldn't cycle the Slew first, right? They should attack with the Robber first, I think. They hit my Urabrask's Forge. Okay, that is actually pretty annoying. Chandra! That works. Non-elementals. Alright, we're still behind, but we now have a chance. They're gonna hit me down to 4 with the Forge this turn. Yeah, they should just hand dump, right? Pretty sure they should play out their Bone Crusher. Oh, okay. They're holding up Pump of the Shadow instead. I'm at 4. Could go Opportunist with a 3/3 since this is only going to be on 2 next turn. Making a 6/6 here doesn't do much versus the Misery Shadow, yeah, so I guess it's Opportunist plus make a 3/3. Ah, come on. So I'm actually forced to block the Misery Shadow because they can pump it. Oh, baby, that technically keeps me alive. I gain 2 life, go to 4, and then the Forge is only on 3 next turn. Pretty sad. I need to draw like Worm Coil or something? We needed that Languish so long ago. Alright, and that'll do her. Damn. Died to our own Forge. Man, I think both of our losses, we've kind of got a little bit unfortunate. 2-2 now, and I think this deck is really good. Okay, well, let's just rattle back. Good beats. I mean, both of our wins have been to, like, mana-screwed opponents, so I wouldn't say that any of our games were, like, particularly great. That last game was decent, but let's have it, like, one good game where both players get to do their thing. We're on the play this time. We have a great hand. Should not be dying to these random creature decks. Priest of Forgotten Gods. Alright, I'm going to activate map here and probably just abrade the priest. But I guess we don't need to do that yet. Probably don't need that. It's like medium, but fine. Probably worth keeping because I can cast it and cast another spell here. I'm just going to go for Ugin next turn. At this rate. Sure. Oh, what am I doing? I missed a surveil here. I was supposed to do it in response. Whoops. Small mistake there on my part. I don't really want to have to use all my treasures, so I'm going to go Sedgemoor Witch here into just Mind Spike, take a look at their non-land, non-creature spells, get a Surveil now, and a trigger. Karn was probably fine. Oh, they didn't! All they have are lands and creatures in their hand. That didn't hit. That's probably a good thing for me. Okay. So that means they probably have a lot of priest fodder? But they had nothing but lands and creatures in their hand. Oh. Whoops. They then top-decked Extinction Event and chose the wrong mode. Okay, these matches are stupid. I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, it's a free Mazemind Tome off of Ugin too. Oh my gosh. They definitely meant to choose odd there, right? Okay, that's good. Games are whack, dude. Freaking whack games. So now we go Opportunist. Destroy, draw. Take a peek. Oh, not take a peek. Make them discard a card and then another card unless they conjure something. That's pretty good. Sheesh. Okay. Oh, they don't have Surveil, though. Or, well, not Surveil, Delirium. What is happening? I guess I just activate Den and Smack. Sure. Now that's forced to attack. They're going aggro? Okay. Attack with both, Meat Hook Massacre for 3, and probably lock up the game. That'll do her. All right, that was a weird match too. Man, I don't know what is going on. What are we, 3-2? Three and 2. All right. You need to get to 5 wins in these best of 1 cubes to get your entry fee gold back. So that's an important mark. But let's just win it out. Our deck's good. I have full faith. Yep, this is a keep. We have looting to help us find a black source, treasure map to help us find a black source. Oh gosh, if we can find black for Meat Hook Massacre or for Languish. This is going to be a game where if we can hit double black, it's going to be hard to lose, I think. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe if they are on another color, things could get spicy. I don't think we're going to upkeep Scry since we have looting, and if I draw Swamp, I think we just want to play the Afiomancer. I don't need that. I need black sources. There we are. Okay, versus... I mean, gosh. I think I can actually get a little bit greedy here and keep the Emrakul for now. We can always flash back the looting and discard Emrakul. So now we get to go activate treasure map on upkeep, look for a second black source, play a Fiomancer. If they're running Selfless Savior, you have to assume they're more on an aggressive deck. Spells cast from among cards you drew this turn cost 1 less. Spells cast from among cards your opponents drew this turn cost 1 more. Okay. It's good, but we don't need that. That is a second black source, but we're still going to lead with the Mancer here. Okay, snake made, and now I'm feeling good. Emrakul is not that far away. Treasure map flip gives us a lot more mana. ECD. That's annoying. Sure. I'll trade with the dog. We don't want to kill their Captain Eberhard there, because it's not that good, right, by itself, and we can Emrakul next turn, technically. Adeline's pretty gross. Okay, I'm going to take 3 currently. Land. Big Mama. Let's hope this messes them up. Sure, that's fine. Give the dog a loyalty counter. They have Elish Norn and Planeswalker and opponent controls. Oh, that's too bad. We can kill the Adeline. Kill the dog. Kill the Eberhard. Creature or Planeswalker. Alright. That was really good. They get to ossificate my Emrakul. But we're sitting in a really good spot, so. There's still 2 mana away from Elish Norn. And yeah, I guess I'm just going to cast a 7/7 here. We keep getting Stone Coil as a 7/7. Ah, Elish Norn. Yo, does that turn off Meathook Massacre? It does. Enters the battlefield. Wow. Sheesh. Okay. Oh, I can't sacrifice. Wait. Oh, this is a clue. Oh, why did I think this was a treasure? Derp. There we go. So Languish. Discard Massacre here. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Start going for card advantage. They're going to give me the land. Okay. Lyra. Well, well, well. Got bad news for you, my friends. Four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Oh wait, I need to pay the X is 2, 4, 6, 7. There we go. Boom! Get frickin' shattered. That's why Shattered Skull Smashing should not go literally second to last pick or last pick or whatever it was. The card is just so good. Modal lands. That's fine.
We can save everyone.
Okay. And they're just dead here, right? Chandra uptick plus attack for 10. Oh, wait, I thought that gave lifelink. Oh. Never mind.
Let's start at a sizzle. Aw, looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
GG's. That'll do her. Yeah, a baby. Oof. 4-2 now. This is for our cash back, our money back. The hand is good. It would be insane if we were on the play, but isn't it always the case? Island turn 1. Let's take a peek at what's going on in there with our spike, or all of their non-land, non-creature cards, that is. And that's basically their entire hand. Okay, they have a Pact of Negation. Key to the Archive is going to be our pickup here. So if they're on a control deck, we have a decent... Oh, I was going to say we have a decent hand versus the control deck, but if they just get to go Karn next turn, that's pretty bad. Ornithopter was brutal. Yeah, and they're going to start making tokens. Okay. Emrakul is insane, but we can't keep that here. I think I'm supposed to just go the Aphiomancer route right now. I think they might be on mono blue. Very cool. And they're gonna have a lot of counters. Sheesh. Okay. Guess I am gonna scry since I'm planning on tapping out next turn. Let's see if they counter Forge. They did not. Not gonna bother attacking. So Forge combos nicely with the Morbid Opportunist. Oh, yikes. This is all bad. Oh, man. The Pact of Negation is a hoser here. I need to find a card that they need to counter. And then find another card after that. Okay, they did pull the trigger on the Pact of Negation, so that's going to eat up their mana next turn, thankfully. So they get to level up their Surge engine twice. They pay the 5 to not lose. Okay. Burn down the house probably wins the game if we draw it. So why not simply draw Burn Down the House? It's not bad. Okay. We can go Witch plus Bone Crush the Ornithopter. That'll kill their 4-1 that has damage on it. We need to find a Braid. It's not the end of the world if they just activate that and draw 3. They're probably going to grab their Neutralize here. Oh no, they grabbed Jin Gataxius. Okay. Artifact, instant, or sorceries. That's what we care about. That does hose a lot of my cards, I guess. Does the Witch attack here? I think it's just these two. I think they probably are just gonna let... Yeah. The Karn die. And then I can go Stone Coil on 0. Trigger the Gataxius. Oh, they get to loot for free as well. Oh, they didn't even do that. Big score. Damn it. Not good. Ah, they have their own Emrakul. Yeah, card's nuts. Alright, GG's. We'll let them take my turn, have fun, but that'll be that then. Hey, on the bright side, they're giving me an extra Urabrask's Forge trigger. We don't have any outs, right? Because most of the stuff I can I mean, 1313 is going to kill us. Maybe if we had our own Emrakul, but we bottomed it, which I think was absolutely right at the time. All right, GG's. I got no outs. Let's not waste any more time. Okay, so we went 4-3, but I think a lot of our wins and a lot of our losses were just kind of bad. I think this was a cool deck, though. And you know what? There's going to be a lot more Arena Cube coming up. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed. Not a blue-red deck to start. We'll probably start doing those tomorrow. But for now, thanks for watching. We'll see you back later. Bye-bye.